realized that we are having troubles keeping up with our water storage. Some of these keep going down. So I added another water collector over here. Like I said, the one thing I really like to have in this game is an overabundance of water. So that's what I go for. Everything else I'm like mostly okay with not having too much of, but I really would much rather have like a higher amount of water than anything else. So we're gonna get ahead. We're gonna set up that water collector. We're gonna prioritize this one by haulers. We're gonna set this for water, and this one is only going to supply, which means they're gonna take water out, and no one's gonna come here to get water. The haulers are gonna take the water from here and send it to wherever they need to send it to. That's how we're gonna prioritize that one, so that people aren't going all the way up here to get water. They can stay in this general water and food district over here. But I might need to set up another water tank here before the next bad tide, or before the next before the next drought cycle. So with that, as we're waiting for the bad tide to come on through, we're setting up this this right here. We're waiting for this. We are low on logs. We are not. We have a bunch. We should have a bunch of logs coming. But we've been building so much that we really don't have a lot of resources, specifically logs. Because the way I play this game, like, is I just let them fill up the storage. Since we have to do specific storages of each item, I just let them fill up the storage and work until they fill it up. I am gonna halt this. No, I'll just let them keep collecting as they collect. That's fine. I'm not gonna halt it. And then this one is going to be accept goods, obtain, supply, empty. So I want them to supply goods to other warehouses. So I want them to fill this, and then I want the haulers to get this and fill everything else up. Bad tide's in. Let's raise the height of the floodgate so that we don't have to worry about that. And everything's going to be going normal, and then we don't have to worry about this overflowing on us because we have this dam right here. So today's endeavors are to, it's a 2-day bad tide, so it's not bad. Today's plans are to, oh look, we already got the observatory too, so we're gaining tons of science. We're already gaining 1,000 science back, and it's only been like 2 days. Our plans for today is to get this water seep flowing. We can get this flowing and start getting power from over here as well. So this one requires, it's one we built, and I believe the ones we build require 400 horsepower. So we should have the supply needed almost. We have no demand right now because nothing's running. But we should have most of the supply needed, most of the demand needed to run this, and then we can get a couple of water wheels over here to start running and connect them over here as well, and that'll give us some more water. I could also start setting us up with some windmills. If we set up some windmills at the top of this hill over here, that should help us out a bit. If we look at our power, the advanced windmills, large wind turbines, we have everything we need to make them. So that is another option that we have. But I want to also get some maple syrup. But again, there's a lot I want to do, and it's just leading into expanding, moving out, moving onward towards new locations and expanding the green of this map. So that's why this is my main focus right now. And in order to get this done, we need pine resin, which we should start getting some, and I can start getting, as soon as we get the 2,000 science, which we're not far from, I can start bombing this. So in order to get up there, we're going to need to have a way up, and this will work right here. We want to set this up over here like that. Get the path connected. and then go right there. What or flood a building? What building got flooded? I don't know what building got flooded, but okay. This should empty out in a second, or should just not be red. I think I can just open it, and it'll just dissipate. There we go. And with that, we have 1.8k science. So let's get to our landscaping, get the tunnel making, and I want to go straight across here. Not enough science points. Almost there. We'll be there first thing in the morning. We just had a bunch of beavers die of old age. Poor guys. There we go. 2k science. Let's get the tunnel maker built and ready to go. So we're going to have to do this one by one, I believe. But what I can do, actually, is connect this over here as well. And they'll start building from both sides. Oh, they do it. It doesn't wait anymore. Oh, I like that. So it's just going to start blowing up. And then once that's all done, and they have the tunnel built, I can then build the power all the way through. Which also means, now that we have unlocked dynamite, that I could start working on getting the power connections underground. I wonder how that works with... I wonder if I can place a... I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. Because if it's going to be a lot of, like, destroying and then rebuilding. And it's primarily, if anything, it would just be this area right here that I want to do that for, and maybe this. I don't really think it's worth it, but moving forward, we can start planning to go underground with our production. I can also work on expanding our farming capabilities by blasting into this area from here. And I can blast underneath and this can turn green just by blowing up some pathing. I wonder how that would work with the what's it called? The tunnel maker. Not entirely sure. But I could do like the same thing up here. I could turn this a little bit more green by expanding this over. Or I could eventually just set up like a water pump to push water over this way. I'm not going to worry about doing that much. But this is going to be... This is the next big thing. And what we need to do is we're going to need to set up a path through here as they do it. So they keep doing it. And then we're going to have to build from inside out for the power connectors on either end. I like that. I like that those automatically go off now. There is this geothermal field over here, which isn't too far out. To get the connection, it would be a bit of a project. Now that we have access up here, we can send them this way and up. Where is it at? Where is it at? It's this way. So we can send them up and over and around. This all is coming from back here. I wonder if there is a water seep that we can do. This is a right here. This is an aquifer right there that we could eventually set up if we can cap that. So how does this new seals bad water source, employs workers who extract bad water directly from the source. Ground only must be built on the ground. So if I were to plant this, so just go right there and it will just stop the bad water and pull it right from there. Okay. No one's contaminated anymore, which is nice. I'm happy with that. How many unemployed beavers? We don't have any. We have one unemployed beaver. We have one extra bed. So for now, we're actually in a good spot. Let's see how this is going. So once that's done, we can start building from the middle. Yeah, just middle this way, middle that way. So I want to high prioritize these. And then let's see, high, this, oh god. See? You dumb beavers. You silly beavers. Look at what you guys did. Oh my goodness. Oh, you silly, silly beavers. Come on, guy. I knew I should have done it one at a time. I have to do it one at a time. I have to wait for them to get done. I need to demolish this, so this is gonna stop production for a bit. So I can build a vertical. And then I gotta get power. I gotta get them up there. There, we're almost done with the underground. I don't know if it will just be easier just to do... I'm trying to think. Let's get this connected and then we'll figure it out. So this is all connected. Yep, this is all running. Our power supply is 1500. Uh-oh. We might not have enough power for this. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Let's go into here. And let's get some floodgates. And let's place them here. We can also then delete this. I just built it. Get some stairs up. And we can get some water wheels. Then we can connect these water wheels. I don't like this one here. We're not going to deal with that one. Let's get that all connected. So this way, during a bad water tide, we can raise this and this will just go that way. That'll continue to run. And we'll have some water back here. We can actually start using this for something. And since it's going to be a green space, I like it. We could actually... No, I wouldn't want to do that. I was thinking we could start having some water run off this way. But no, I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to do that. Drought's approaching in 3 days. Hopefully we can get this done. Oh, I guess we need to start planning for this as well. I didn't plan for this very well. If we connect that to here, to here, to there, they should be able to build all this. It might take a bit, but they should be able to build it all. The problem is right now we don't have enough power generation for what we're doing. So our demand is now 1770. Our power generation is only 1500. We could get some more over here as well. Some more water wheels. Don't we have better water wheels? No. We unlocked a large wind turbine. Get 2 built over here. That should potentially generate enough power so that we start pulling enough water coming out here. Because that, if we're not getting enough power to pull the water up, then we're not getting enough water up here. We're not getting enough water down here. I hope we have enough water in general. Hopefully our drought isn't too long. I am gonna raise this to 0.9. Oh no! It's the drought time. This is up. We're good. We have emergency water if we need it. And we're trying to prepare. We're building some wind turbines over here. So, wait, we're out of planks? Oh no, they just haven't brought the planks over. Okay. Okay. Well, we have the power demand now, or the power capabilities. We don't have the demand for these 2 machines. So that's nice. But we're not getting the power from anything besides these, which is bad. Our power supply is 938 because these wind turbines, they're just not the best. Like, I've made like super mega wind farms with these things and still barely had enough power. And these are the more advanced wind turbines. Oh god, I just realized it was an 8-day drought too. So, okay, let's pause. If this goes down, I'm not too worried about it. But we're gonna pause. And we're actually gonna build some water collectors over here. We'll let them keep doing what they're doing over here. It'll eventually help us out, but for now, it's not really that big a deal. Let's get this and this done. There we go. These are up. These are each providing 220. So that'll get this going while we're getting this built. We just need the water pumps to be done. I put them at a higher priority, and they seem to just ignore priority. And nope, I put them at workplace priority yet again. We should be good. We have a lot of water. But I'm not happy with it. Not happy with it. I figured drain this pool first, and then worry about this pool, and then worry about this pool. It's low though, which is not good, but it's very low. Again, like, this is where all our food comes from, so I know I keep saying I'm not worried about food. We are overproduced on food, but I just don't want to run out of water. We have 2 days left, and 2 beavers are injured, but we've got plenty of beds. Yeah, I kind of want to get rid of this bed right here. But we got 2 beavers that are injured. We're in good shape. We're not gonna run out of water because I was able to set all this up. See, the wind just died, and then it's going again. Probably should have built them up a little bit higher. I don't really know. Like, I don't know if there's a wind flow view. I don't actually pay attention to that, or I don't. Not that I don't. I do pay attention. I just don't know if there's a view to see, like, where the wind is coming from. So we've had a bunch of beavers die of old age recently. We have 11 children beavers. Our population fluctuates quite a bit. And it seems like we are having some death waves here and there. But for the most part, we're doing pretty good. Something I think I need to start doing is setting up just water tanks all over the place. Because instead of just here and here, it takes them so long to get to water. I should get some small water tanks out here, small water tanks out here, small water tank up here. I think I'm going to do that real quick. drought has ended. With that, hopefully we should have the power that we need once the bad water starts coming this way. It's going to fill up and it's going to start overflowing and coming out this way. We're going to get the power here to get all this running. Because we don't have the supply yet. And yeah, there's no wind. That's the bad part about having them so close to each other. It's really what it is. If I had one over here, maybe one would be running. But I just placed them in a spot that I thought might work. And that's part of the problem with having all the food in one location as well, is they have to go all over the place to get food. So part of me wants to start placing like storage of different foods all over the place so that they don't have to go all around. This is almost good, almost set up. And we can also start using this. Oh, there is an aquifer right there. Okay. I didn't see. So I've been looking around the map during downtime, trying to figure out where to go next. If I want to turn this whole map as green as possible, what's the best way to do that? And I saw this area right here. I was like, how do you do that over here? I couldn't find anything. I didn't realize that there was this aquifer there. So I just need to get power, jump power across here to get it to there. Only need 200 horsepower, so might not even really need to bother connecting. Probably similar to what I'm doing over here with this and gaining power from the water wheels. If I just get some starter power and then get the water wheels to go from here, that would be nice. And then I can also set up what's it called? Oh, autosave. Set up some floodgates here and raise them to 0.90 so that they overflow, but it still goes. That'll give this perpetual power once this is running. So like during every drought it'll die, but that could be like something we work on next. Actually, let's get over here and do that. We'd have to close off this. That's the only problem. We're gonna have to close off that. These bad water pipes, it's interesting how they are and how they work. It's very interesting to me what they are and how they work. Now that we have all this set up, this is going, we need to worry about the shiny planks, which are the wood workshop. How can I place that? Can I place that just right here like this? Let's start getting some shiny planks. And we'll set out storage. Shiny planks. And what is this? Oh, this is just dirt. Because with the shiny planks, we can start getting other things. Boost growth in nearby crops. We don't really need to worry about that. Also, want to set up, and I think I'll just do that over here. If we can set up a way to start getting maple. Where can I set up getting maple so that we can start making maple patisseries? But yeah, see, that's giving, this is already powering itself. This is 120, 120. This needs 400. So that'll be 140, and that'll be probably about 120, 140. So this will power itself as long as it can be flowing. So it would need to get a kickstart, but once it gets kickstarted, it'll power itself, and it'll always be up this high. Oh, it looks like I didn't need that last one right there. Yeah, that's fine. This requires power. we'll get some grilled potatoes there. Because they have to go so far to do stuff that they're going and doing it hungry, and when they're doing it hungry, they're either getting injured or it's taking them longer to move there. So if we can get the food and stuff placed all around, they don't have to travel too far, it lets downtime. So we have the big storage, and these can just supply. Nope. This is everything. This is supply. That's fine. No, actually, let's not do that, because then that means they have to go to where they were going. They have to go to the different places. Are we not making grilled chestnuts? Are there not enough chestnut trees to make chestnuts? Okay, so we're just not getting a lot. Alright, so, I realized we're not getting a lot of chestnuts from this. We're getting, I think, enough pine resin. Where is our pine resin at? We're at 250. So I built another forester over here. All chestnut trees, all maple trees. And we're going to start being able to make maple patisseries. I gotta find a place to put that new bakery for the maple patisseries. I think I'm going to destroy some of these blueberries. Because we do have all these blueberries here that we're not really using anymore. So I think I can get rid of those. And I can get rid of this. I'm going to keep that gatherer for the chestnuts that are over there for now. We got a drought in 3 days. Let's get storage set up for... Oh, no, this is not the right storage for that. We need maple syrup. And we need flour. Pastries, and then yeah, I deleted the storage for that. I probably didn't really need to. Just didn't like where it was. Let's get the chestnuts. Put that there. And this way we can start making. Oh, we already had it. We were tapping some maple syrup. How? I guess they were able to get from the maple trees before they get cut down. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna start getting maple pastries. So let's get a big old storage for them over here. And let's check this out over here and see how this is going. This is all done. Wonderful. So this is providing with 1, 2, 3, 400 power. So this powers this. So it's we basically have the power demands for that over here. No problem. This guy is waiting on the forester to get done. It's all foresting, so he's got nothing to do for now. We'll just pause this for now because we don't really have anything to do with it. I think so. The next goal is either we cap this, we come up here and cap that. Average well-being of 20, nice. Or we try to cap this, or we jump our way over here. We also need to start worrying about um, what's going to happen during longer floods and longer bad tides and longer droughts. We just had a 9-day drought, and I didn't really add much additional water storage since that drought, and we almost ran out of water. So that is something we do have to worry about and think about at the moment. Do we have 3 free beds? Okay. I want to be able to maybe store some more water, and if we cap this, this will then just turn into green all the way around here. That'll stop flowing, and we can then start maybe figuring out a place to start storing just a lot of water for a long drought. But for now, we do have the drought starting in a few moments. So let's see. It is a drought. Yes. Let's see how long this drought is. 8 days. 8 days is not too bad. 8 days is manageable. 8 days is something we can do. So I'm not too worried about that. We just survived a longer drought. So let's go ahead and pause all our water collectors right now. We don't quite need them, but we do need to start storing more water somewhere. So I'm going to keep that one running. So we need more large water storage, but we could also get this humongous water storage. How big is that? Oh, that is huge. And I think if I put that somewhere here, like in the middle. Let's put that here, yeah. And we'll set it to, it'll be another supply and water. And that'll be able to store 1,200 water, so we should be able to collect that before the next drought. Maybe set up 2 of those over here. Once they get all set up, then we don't have to worry about them. I do want to set up a logging camp, though. We are having wood issues, and if we can find somewhere to set up a logging camp that's not in this small area and make it so that we're getting more logs and we have a surplus of logs, a constant surplus of logs, that would be nice. But we're constantly using them for the fancy planks and everything else that we've got going on. When it comes to well-being or wood, we can start maybe using the printing press to make some books to make everyone happy. That's about the last thing we need. I don't generally worry about the beehive, and then the mine will give us unlimited metal, but we're not using that much metal at the moment. However, we have not dove into the robots at all yet, and the robots take a lot. Just to build themselves take a lot. We have to first refine the fuel, and then make the batteries, and then it's a lot, and we don't have the resources for it. But yeah, if we, you know what, I like it. I like the idea of tapping this, because if we tap this, the water will come out here, right? I believe, no. So if we tap this, yeah, if we tap this, water will come out here, it'll come down here, it'll come here, and it'll flow along. Oh, we would still have to deal with that. But this would give us a much bigger green area. So I think that's our next big project, to get up here. We would need... What do we need for these? Just fancy planks? How do these work? I don't know how those work. Let's get that started. So I have an idea to make it as painless as possible to deal with up here. Get rid of some of these trees. So I want to build this this thing, the bad water rig. So if we build that here, 4,000 science. We've got that. We can set that up. Then what we can do, we don't even have to worry about going into there. We can set up, and this is a little cheesy, I know, but we can set up a bridge going to it like this. And then they can just drop it right down. And then once we get to the point of needing to get in there, we can build steps right there. And then we're not going to build the steps because then they'll start running up and down to get in there. So we don't want them to be going in here until we can drain out the rest of this bad water. Oh, I have not been paying attention to water, and we're in a drought. We're at 400. Let's go ahead and start pumping some of this water over here. We got our big water tank set up. I'm also very worried that eventually our droughts are going to take so long that this center area is just going to evaporate. That's why I always focus on overstocking water. Nothing else really, just water, is because it can evaporate over time. So the more you have, the better. 6 injured beavers. Do we need more beaver injury beds? We need more beds. These poor beavers, they keep getting hurt. I'm working them to the bone. Right there. So is this working the way I want it to? So 400 gears. This is going to take a while because we're only storing about 150 of each thing. 400 gears, 200 treated planks, 150 metal blocks. The metal blocks we have plenty of. It's gonna be the treated planks, but is this working the way I want it to? Yes, it is. Great. They're just dropping it down, and once that gets covered, it should eventually just evaporate, and this should not be flowing anymore. Then we're gonna have to find a way to get over here to tap these, and when we tap these, that'll fill up all over here. I looked into this. We could knock this out, but if we knock this out, it'll just push the water here, whereas if we tap that, it'll go all the way around here, right back to here, which is right next to where we could just destroy the things. So there's no sense in doing that. Alright, we have 300 water. This is good. Is this almost drained? I'm gonna pause the rest of this so that we don't lose these supplies, but I think we're good up here on all this stuff. I don't generally save a lot of antidote. You don't need it. Alright, so with that, now that we see how things are going, how things are running, our gears are going to take a bit. This bed water rig is going to be a little bit, so I might actually increase our storage of things like try to increase the amount of storage we have for things like gears and shiny planks and things like that. But this is going to take us a while to get done, just because all the resources are over here and over here. They got to run it all the way over here. I'm not too worried about getting that done too fast. Oh, this is not connected yet. How is that not connected? Too far from a building. Oh no. Let's get that connected. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, so this is going to take them a while just because of the resources needed to get it done, but we should be able to get it done in the next episode, and we'll be able to see how this is all going to work. It's flooded right now, so until the water drains, it's not going to run. So I would like to get it done before the end of the flood. However, that's not, or before the end of the drought. However, that's not going to happen. The drought is about to end now. Oh no, we ran out of water up here. Dies in 3 days. Dies in 7 days. Okay, it's fine. I'm just gonna unpause all these so that they get started to work as soon as the day starts. Survive 10 cycles on one map. There we go. You're still waiting for the chestnuts to grow before I unleash the gatherer. These guys are going to be doing their thing. These guys are getting this finished because I didn't realize that this was not done. Water should be running shortly, as soon as all the power gets going. It just takes a little bit to get going. Yeah, so we need to figure out where to go to next. I would like to deal with this. I would like to tap this, but in order to tap this, we need to block that off, which it shouldn't be too hard. It shouldn't be much of a major project. I think at this point, what we need to actually worry or start doing is I need to find them. Here we go. Paths and structures, right? Yes. Need to start working on zip lines. Zip lines cost a lot of resources, but if we can put them in good spots, then we can start sending our beavers out and and they can get to places quicker. So for instance, if I were to do this right here, right now, I can set up a zipline station right here. Yes. And set up a zipline station right here. And probably a pylon. Let's say, can I build it up one? Right there, yes. And then we can connect from here to here. And now, for them to get this done, they have less to travel. So for instance, we're trying to do gears and shiny planks. So I can also set up a station, which is actually, this is a good idea. I don't know why I didn't start doing this. Oh, demand, zipline beam, okay. Another station right here. And this should be able to connect to there. Nope, it's too far. So let's actually stop that one. It's basically too far no matter where I put it, unless I put it here, which in my opinion it's not worth putting it right there. So we can just put this right here like this and get a pylon right here, and then we can add connection to here and then to there. So now they have a direct route from, mostly direct route from the treated planks, from the planks, from the gears, all the way to here, which the metal blocks are there. That brings them right to there. And then also, the metal gatherer can just take that back and forth. Yeah, I should have set that up a little bit earlier. We should set up and figure out like a grand central hub station, which might be smart to set it up. If this lake wasn't, if this river lake wasn't right here, it'd be great to set it up right there. But we could set up some stations up here, maybe start turning this into the central hub. And if we set up a station up here and then one here, they can connect back and forth and they can get back and forth quickly. That's the great thing about them, is then it extends how far they can travel because they're not traveling too far on their own. So I think that's a good idea. What is required to build these? Planks, logs, and metal blocks. Let's prioritize these. Let's get these all done. Let's get these done so that they can move stuff and they can start moving around faster. This is right next to their homes. They can get quickly to work over there, quickly to work over there. Their homes are right here. They can go up, get quickly to work all over the place. I like that idea. I like where we're going with this. And then starting next episode, after we get out, while we're working on getting this done, we can maybe start figuring out going out here or expanding more of our just our green land. We need more greenery. It seems like we're not gaining enough power at the moment. Or at least we're not during the day. Let's wait until the next day starts to figure that out. I may need to set up more wind turbines. If we can get a large wind turbine over here, maybe all the way out here, it seems, would probably... No, why not put it up here? That's one of the higher points of the map. Can I get to that spot? Yeah. And then maybe something... Yeah, I guess maybe all the way out here. Just start getting some turbines set up all over the place as well. Let's get these green priority so that we can keep getting power flowing, because that's until we can get the power to flow, we need better wind turbines. And these wind turbines, we don't have enough power. We don't have enough supply and demand. We have 982 supply with, right now at night, 600 demand, which is 400 and 200. So this should be filling up our water now. And it is. So now we should be getting the water. Oh, we haven't even... I didn't realize how long it takes for all this to actually get going. That's why our power's just been running low. I didn't realize it takes that long for everything to get going. Alright, so that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We have a lot planned. And now it's time to continue to work on expansion. Once we get this done, we'll start turning this green, and then we can start growing out here. Maybe start working on additional districts. If you guys want to help me out and like understand how to best work districts in this game, please say something. Please let me know. Leave it comments down below. I've never really worked with districts. I've generally just left it with one big community connected by the zip lines. I get the idea of once you have a self-sustaining community, which is what we have here, start expanding out further, and it kind of feels like you're just starting from the beginning each time you have a new district, which I don't mind that. We can, like I said, if one of the goals is to expand and make this place as green as possible, we can start expanding out this way to start working here and make them self-sustaining here. Another idea I could do is start working on getting robots, which would probably be done down here. Or on this side, I would clear out this, start working on getting robots over here. And then the robots would be the ones going to the different districts and working. Well, the beavers are just happy little beavers that no longer have to deal with life's trials and tribulations, which, you know, I wouldn't hate that for them. I would love that for them, to be honest. But it's gonna take a while for us to get these zip lines up. It's gonna take a while for us to get this up. And it's probably going to take a while for us to get these extra turbines out here so that we get the extra power. And I did not do... What is this? Oh, this is the fancy planes. So, hopefully we have the pine resin needed. I guess maybe that's something I should be doing. I didn't think about that. This needs pine resin over here. So let's go ahead and get a small pine resin storage. Was the pine resin? There we go. Get a small pine resin storage so they don't have to travel as far to get it. But once they get this, they're not traveling as far to get it. But thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please do me a huge favor. Hit the like button so the algorithm knows that people like you would like me too. Subscribe to the channel so you get updates and notifications when I go live and post new videos. And leave comments down below. Hints, tips, tricks. I respond to all comments back. Also, be sure to check me out live here on YouTube and on Twitch, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Check out the other videos I make on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Thank you guys so much. Please do me a huge favor. Be careful, be safe, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Always hug your loved ones. And of course, like always, be sure to wear mismatched socks. We just got... Oh, the first set of zip lines are done. Thank you guys so much. Please be careful, be safe. Don't do anything I would do. Always hug your loved ones. Of course, like always, be sure to wear mismatched socks. See you all in the next one. Bye.